want you to talk with the people at your table. Tell them the formula for area. Tell them the formula for perimeter. Go. Okay, somebody raise your hand and tell me what is the formula for area? Dylan.
Length times width.
Length times width. Raise your hand. Tell me the formula for perimeter. Brooks.
Length plus width plus length plus width.
Perimeter equals length plus width plus length plus width. All right, so our essential question is, how do I find the perimeter of a rectangle and a square? Okay, so we just talked about the formulas, and we know that in mathematics, the continuous line forming the boundary of a closed geometric figure is also called
the outside.
Okay. In this lesson, we will focus on finding the perimeter and area of figures. So we know rectangles and squares. Somebody raise your hand and tell me what you know about a rectangle. Kylie. What do you know about these two sides of a rectangle? They're the same. Okay, they're of equal length. And what about these sides? They're the same. Okay, Kason, what do we know about a square?
A square has 4 equal sides.
A square has 4 equal sides. So the thing is do they have to give us the length and the width of a rectangle?
No. Yes.
Yes, because are they all the same?
Yes.
No. Okay, but what about in a square? They can only give us
one
side, because what do we know about squares?
All sides are equal.
All sides are equal. All right, so the perimeter means the what?
Outside.
The outside. So here's some perimeter examples. Okay, so like a picture frame. Okay, the picture frame covers the perimeter of the picture. And then right here we have a football field. Okay, like when we did Colts on the Run, did we run the perimeter or the area of the football field? We ran the perimeter. We ran around the outside of the football field. Okay, so you can do this on your desk. I know it says graph paper, but you can do it with an expo marker on your desk. Okay, just draw a rectangle just like that. Draw a rectangle just like that. Okay. All right, I want us to measure this side. Okay, and right here, let's count these. Mine's on graph paper up there, so let's count these units. We've got
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So what is the length of that side?
8.
And we know this is a rectangle, so since it is a rectangle, if this side is 8, the opposite side is 8. Okay. Now let's find the width. Let's count. We've got
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, and if we know that that is 6, because this is a rectangle and the opposite sides are congruent, they're the same, what would the other side be?
6.
It would be 6. Okay. Now, what strategy do we use when we are finding perimeter, Dixie? FFSS. So I want you to write FFSS down. Okay, I'm going to write it down up here too. We haven't done this in a while, so what does the first F stand for?
Figure.
F.
Formula.
S.
Substitute.
S.
Solve.
All right, so we need to ask ourselves, do we have a figure and is it labeled?
Yes.
Yes, what can we put by it?
Check mark.
A check mark. The formula. What is the formula for perimeter? Everybody say it with me. Perimeter equals length plus width plus length plus width. Okay, make sure you have that formula written down. I see some people that don't have it written down. All right, next we are going to substitute, because we're not actually adding L's and W's together, are we?
No.
Okay, so what can I put for this first length?
8.
8, and what do I do to my 8 right here?
Check it off.
I check it off. Plus what?
6.
Plus
8.
plus
6.
All right, and I want to add 8 plus 8 and 6 plus 6, right?
No.
What should I do?
Kason? You should add 8 plus 6 together so you know what the other 8 plus 6 also means. So you don't.
Okay, so I really only have to do the math
So you only
one
have
time.
2 steps.
So I circle 8 plus 6. What is 8 plus 6?
14.
Where do I put my answer?
Under.
And if this 8 plus 6 is 14, what must this 8 plus 6 be?
14.
14. Okay.
Circle it.
Alright, so I'm going to circle it, and I don't want to do that in my head just because I don't want to mess up. 14 plus 14, what's 4 plus 4?
8.
1 plus 1?
2.
So that would mean that the perimeter is 28 what?
Units.
Units. Okay? Alexis, question? Yes. Alright, so the perimeter of this object is 28 units. Okay, does it have to have 4 sides for us to find the perimeter of it?
No.
No. Can you find the perimeter of a triangle?
Yes.
Can you find the perimeter of an octagon?
Yes.
Can you find the perimeter of a figure with 43 sides?
Yes.
Yes. Perimeter simply means that you are measuring the what?
Outside.
The outside. It's the distance around an object. Okay? So, perimeter measures the what?
Outside.
The outside. What is the formula for perimeter? Y'all say it.
Perimeter equals length plus width plus length plus width.
Alright. So, next we are going to do
Area.
area. Okay? So let me get to that on the PowerPoint. Okay, so the essential question for this is how do I find the area of a rectangle? And we already mentioned that rectangles have 2 sets of equal sides and squares have 4 equal sides. Okay, so the definition is that in mathematics, the area of a plane figure refers to the number of square units the figure covers in a 2D shape. The area is the inside shape or space measured in square units. Okay, so for perimeter, we were measuring the distance around what?
The inside. Outside.
The outside. Everybody, what were we measuring the perimeter of?
Outside.
The outside. And when we are talking about area, we are measuring the inside. The space of the inside. Okay? So, area is the sum of units squares. Okay? So, right here, all that we have is how many? 1. So the area of this object is simply 1 unit squared. Okay? The area of this object is what? 4. Okay? Because we've got a length of 2 and a width of 2. Meaning when we do length times width, we get 4. Okay? And that means on the inside, the area, there are how many units? 4. Okay? What about right here?
16.
16. What's my length?
4.
What's my width? 4. Okay. How would we find the area of this right here?
Oh, multiply. 2 times.
Area equals
Length times
length
width.
times width. So I would want to write the formula down. I would do 3 times 2, and my area would be 6 centimeters squared. Okay. So that means there's a total of 6 units in that object. Okay. All right. What about right here? We've got a length of 2 and a width of 5.
Area equals length times width.
Area equals length times width, and 2 times 5 is 10. So there are 10 square inches within this object. Okay. Is it jogging our memory a little bit?
Yeah.
All right. What is the formula for finding the area of a figure? We already said that. What is it? Area equals length times width. Okay? Does it really matter which one we say is length, which one we say is width? No, because remember, if I have this piece of paper, I can put it this way, and my length is one way, and my width is the other way. But as soon as I turn it, it's changed. Okay? So we don't want to get stuck on that. All right, right here, just like we talked about in perimeter, they can get away with giving us, we don't have to know each side of a square. They don't have to label it for us, because what do we know about squares?
That they're all sides are equal.
All sides are equal. Alright, I want to find the area of a figure that has a length of 20 and a width of 14. Okay, how would I go about doing that? What strategy do we use for area? FFSS. So I want you to write down FFSS. Okay, and the first thing we have to ask ourselves is,
Do we have a figure?
do we have a figure?
No.
No, so what do I have to do?
You have to draw one.
I have to draw one. Does it matter if it's perfect?
No.
No. Okay, and then I have to ask myself, is my figure
Label.
labeled?
No.
Is it?
No.
So what do I do to it?
Label
I label it, and I'm going to say that this side is 20, this side is 14. Do I need to label all the way around when I'm finding the area?
No.
Because when we're finding the area, we're only talking about the length and the width.
Oh, you're supposed to do the square outside of FFSS when doing area.
Good catch. All right, so yes, we have a figure, okay, and I've labeled it so I can check off my F. This next F is, what is it? What is the formula for area? Area equals length times width. Okay. All right. So we're going to do what next? Substitute. So I'm going to write area equals
20 times
20 times 14, because I'm not actually multiplying an L and a W. Okay. So then I go over here and I can do 20 times 14. Look at your math chart. What is 0 times 4?
0.
What's 2 times 4?
8.
What do I do next?
Bring down a 0.
Drop a 0.
Mark it out.
I say done, 0. And then what do I multiply? I've got to multiply 1 times 0, 1 times 2. So 1 times 0 is?
0.
1 times 2 is?
2.
What do I do with these?
Add.
Add them up. What is 0 plus 0?
200.
0 plus 0?
Oh, sorry.
8 plus 0?
8. It's 280.
And then 0 plus 2?
2.
So what is the area of this figure?
280 centimeters, feet.
We'll just say 280 units squared. Because we didn't put centimeters, feet, anything like that.
Why is that W? For units.
I just connected the U and the N. Okay, so what shape did we just find the area of? Of a rectangle.
Yes.
Okay, so what if we wanted to find the area of a square? Would we do it the same way?
No.
We wouldn't?
Do perimeter. Yes, you would.
How do you find the area of a square? You still do length times width. Okay, well let's say that I have a length of 13 feet. That's all they gave me.
It's a square.
It's a square, and they have to tell us if it's a square or a rectangle, right? I mean, if we're only gonna see one side, we kind of know it's a square, but they would generally say, like in the problem, this is a square. Okay, so I'm telling you this is a square, so what do we know about our figure?
Then all sides are equal.
All sides are equal. Okay, so I need to draw my figure, and then what do I do?
FFSS.
FFSS. Okay, I've got my figure, and is my figure labeled?
No.
No, so I know that the length is 13, but what do we know about this figure?
It has all equal sides.
Because it's a square, so if the length is 13, what is the width?
13.
13. Okay, so we have a figure, and it's labeled, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's see, somebody raise your hand and tell me what the formula is. Adrian.
Area equals length times width.
Area equals length times width. Somebody raise your hand and tell me what we're doing next. Chris.
We're gonna substitute.
Substitute because we're not actually multiplying L and W. So what do we substitute, Chris?
13 times 13.
13, my length, times 13, which is my width. What do I do next, Kylie? Solve it. Okay, so I have to actually go over here and I have to do 13 times 13.
Oh.
Do that. 3 times 3, 3 times 1. Okay, let me walk around and give y'all the dot of honor if you got it correct. Super close. But that is wrong right there.
Do we erase?
Yes, once you use the dot, you can erase. Yes, now you need to say done with your 3 on bottom. Done. 0. Now you're going to do 1 times 3, 1 times 1. Dot, dot, dot. You may erase after I've given you the dot of honor. Okay, what is 3 times 3? 9. And then I need to do 3 times. Hey, y'all come back to me. 3 times 1.
3.
What do I do next? I'm done with what?
3.
The 3 on bottom, and then I can drop my 0. 1 times 3?
3.
1 times 1? What do I do with these?
Add.
3 plus 3?
6.
1 plus 0?
1.
So the area is
169 feet.
169 feet
Unit.
square. Okay. Okay, and tell me something that you reviewed today that you answered, you heard answered, something. Dylan.
That we finally got to use the square for the FFSS since it was area.
Okay. Kylie?
That you put FFSS in a box.
Inside when you're finding the area, because what does area measure?
Inside.
Inside of an object. Okay? What is the formula for area? Y'all say it.
Area equals length times width.
Okay? So area measures the
Inside.
inside of an object. Okay? The formula for area is
Area equals length times width.
Okay? What do we know about squares? Adrian.
They have all equal sides.
All 4 sides are equal. Dylan, what do we know about rectangles? Wrong, Dylan. Two sets of equal sides. Okay, so we know that the opposites in rectangles are equal. What is the formula for perimeter? We'll say it together. Perimeter
equals length times width plus length plus width.
Okay, so we know the formulas. We know FFSS. We know what we have to do in order to solve. If we don't have a figure, we have to draw one. If it's not labeled.